Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. Last time we had the Battle of the Defender's Heart, and here I am enlarged and looking very heroic as we beat back the demons quite effectively. We didn't do it perfectly, unfortunately, we couldn't get to the other gate quick enough to stop the arsonists there from doing their business. So I think we lost 2 points of tower defense, but not tower defense, but tavern defense. But overall, I think we did all right. I'm coming out here just to grab our loot real quick. Thank you very much. There was definitely more loot than that, but you know, I suppose it is what it is. Making sure there's not any more loot somewhere else. Yeah, they're dragging out the... I love this little detail. That's so cool. Hello, hello. What can I do for you? You can buy all this stuff. I don't need the flail of heavy weakness. I'll keep the other stuff. Gives me 18,000 gold to work with here. Though I don't think there's anything I really am desperate to buy that I remember. Alright, so let's take a look at our quest log here. We have not really been doing a good job of keeping track of this stuff. So let's go ahead and read through what we have. So we have Spies amidst our rank. The last chapter to complete this quest, or it will fail afterward. Yeah. The people of Canabras placed too much faith in the city's long-established peace, which made them careless to the point of negligence. The Tower of Estrad, known to all citizens as the museum where many Crusade relics are kept, has been taken over by a band of demon worshippers. There is no doubt that they were drawn to that location by the museum's treasures, many of which possess intriguing magical properties. Arabeth does not have the numbers to force the demons out of the tower. She prefers to confine her actions to scouting and information gathering for now. The Burning City. The city, for years guarded the border between the World Wound and the rest of Galarian, is no more. Canabras has been reduced to a flaming ruin, where a desperate battle is raging. Everything hangs in the balance. Will the story of the Crusades end here and now, or will mortal kind have one last chance for victory? Bringing a storyteller to the Defender's Heart, the old elf known as the Storyteller almost died in the ruins of the Blackwing Library. He is willing to help the Crusaders if they bring him to safety. The only place safe in Canabras is the Defender's Heart. Alright, so we gotta talk to him. Common cause. In troubled times, some people set aside old feuds, while others cling to them until their dying breath. As they prepare for their final attack on the Grey Garrison, the Crusaders are gathering all the allies they can, even those whom the Crusaders would have scorned before the city's destruction. How many people are there still alive in the city who could hold a weapon or cast a spell? Potential allies may be found in the most unlikely of places. Right, so we got the Knight of the Flaming Lance, the Clerics of Desna, and the Thieflings that have joined us. Cold Waters. Right, this is Juno. I remember that one. And Outcast is probably... Oh, this is Kaelessa. More Than Nothing, Nameless Ruins, and then we got the Hound Heart's Camp. Okay. So let's go ahead and talk to everybody. See if anybody has anything new to say. Any success? How was it? What happened in the tavern cellar? Something strange. A portal opened in the middle of the cellar, and a cultist in a terrifying mask emerged from it. Luckily, there were some hardened fighters in the cellar who stopped the cultists from slaughtering everyone here. One of Anevia's scouts knocked a rod from the cultist's hands. The rod I gave you. In revenge, the demon worshipper cast a spell and vanished along with the same brave warriors who dared to fight against him. You'll have to go down to the cellar and check that out. Nothing new from Nevia. Nothing new from you. Winduag. Nothing new from you. You're new. Freda Linsdotton. I think this is from Through the Ashes. Canabras will pull together. Abadar knows we will reclaim everything the demons have taken from us. Very good. Make sure there's nothing I want from you. Yeah, I don't think there is. I mean, these scroll kits would be nice, but they are super expensive. You know? I just don't know. Like, I know in the long run they're probably worth it.
Move out.
But man, they are expensive. So, you're Horgus's daughter. You've discovered my most terrible secret. Father cares so much about the Gwyrm name that he raised me in our mansion, hiding me away from the whole world. I'll always be grateful to my father for everything he's done for me, even if Mendev's society disapproves of some of his decisions. Would it be insolent of me to beg for your discretion regarding what you know about us? K'mei's words are polite, but her tone grows cold and sharp. Let's keep this our little secret. I assure you, my father and I appreciate loyalty and decency. For both myself and my father, I thank you for your understanding. I found a number of interesting implements and accessories in the Gwyrm mansion. How kind of you to share that you've gone through the Gwyrm's dirty laundry and drawn some bizarre conclusions. If you value my company, please refrain from making such insinuations in the future. Okay. I am sorry. Please forgive me. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we looked at this stuff before. And there was nothing I was like desperate to have. Like some of these things like the Dark Veil could come in use, and the gloves aren't bad for spellcasters and stuff, but just checking one more time here. Yeah, and you don't have anything I want either. Okay. Let's go check the basement out.
Head on.
Oh, I thought it would be like all cold and stuff down here. Go ahead, don't take too long though. Okay. Like I thought there'd be the remains of the battle. Oh well. Alright, Staunton, anything new? I've seen how the other soldiers treat you. What about it? It was the most entertaining thing I've seen in a long time. Huh. At least one of us enjoyed it. Staunton shrugs indifferently. Go on then. Maybe we'll see each other again. Yeah, I don't think they have anything new to say. My companions, that is. People say you are deliberately trying Queen Galfrey's patience. Is that true? Does it even matter? Oh, the Mendevian High Society has declared war on me. They either despise me or they're trying to steer me back into the right path. And I'm doing everything in my power to keep them on their toes. I relish the prospect of all the fun this mess in Kenabres will bring. Darren grins from ear to ear. I shall either commission a song about the great Kenabres fiasco from a certain talented bard, or confuse the jewelers with a rather tall order. A batch of silver dragon toys with detachable heads. Give me a week, and they will be in every shop in the capital. Damn. Your jokes are silly and childish. If you really want to get your revenge, then make your enemies suffer. You should make sure it's really easy to rip the wings off your dragon trinket as well. Kids are going to love it. You should make your enemies suffer. That is quite dangerous, tiresome, and probably not very fun. Besides, nobody has really pestered me all that much yet. Still, Darren suddenly adopts a more serious expression. I wouldn't mind making the demons suffer. Our righteous society loves to frown upon the torture of prisoners. Would they frown quite so much if the prisoner in question were an incubus or succubus? Yeah, I wonder how he's going to respond when I take the demon path. Alright, let's talk to the storyteller. We received the Storyteller's Ring and 368 experience. The blind elf looks better than he did in your last encounter. His clothes are clean and his pale face has some color. The elf turns to you and listens closely. Is that you, my savior? I recognized your footsteps. Determined footsteps befitting a determined person. Allow me to thank you again for saving me. Please, accept this humble gift as a token of my appreciation. The elf hands you a small black ring with 2 scarlet runes on top of it. Or on it. Erebeth has explained why you were looking for me. I warned the authorities of Canabras that the local wardstone has been desecrated. They waved off my warning and paid for their inaction. I have examined many wardstones, but only in the one guarding Canabras did I sense a flaw, a spot of corruption inside, a vulnerability the demons will surely use. They are able to spread the blight inside the wardstone, corrupt it, and make it their weapon. It frightens me to think what it will be capable of. The wardstone must be destroyed. Who are you, and why did they let you examine the wardstone? The elf smiles faintly. I am a storyteller, or the storyteller. Just an old elf. And a bit more. Just an old elf, and a bit more. I am old, even for an elf. I've seen many things and have been to many places. Not so long ago, I witnessed the making of a young kingdom in the Stolen Lands. That's me. That's me. I'm doing that. Led by a remarkable and promising individual. Hell yeah. My advice on the complicated matter of conquering those lands proved useful to that leader. I'll be the judge of that. This is not uncommon for me. Some seek my advice or services, and I don't refuse. This is how I acquired my reputation as an old vagrant who's never hurt anyone, stayed out of others' squabbles, but sometimes gave good advice. I had a few friends in Assyrian who vouched for my integrity. This is why my humble request to be allowed to see the wardstone was granted. I visited all of them, but only found cause for alarm in Canabras. Do you wield some special magic power, some instinct? The storyteller chuckles. Yes, to a certain extent, but it is more of a gift. I can see the past, stories that have happened. I touch an object and shreds of its owner's memories are revealed to my mind. Their emotions, passions, and tragedies. I see visions like I am them, and their stories happen to me. This is my power. I've been roaming the world gathering such stories for many thousands of years. One day I will gather them all. What blight is concealed in the wardstone? I'm afraid I don't have the answer to your question. To understand the nature of this blight, we need to understand how the wardstone was created, and it is hidden from me. I can only guess. Have you heard of the Red Morning Massacre? A dreadful morning remembered with fear even by those yet not born at the time. A demoness called Manago invaded the city with a crowd of her followers, and started to do what demons do best, kill and desecrate. They say they covered the wardstone in pieces of dead bodies, splashed it with blood from top to bottom. Could such an abomination darken the radiance of the gift of Iomade herself? The locals think this is impossible, but who knows? It was not the last attack. Many demon leaders brought their unholy forces here, and even the terrifying Balor Koramizda, yeah, that guy, Korra. Their attacks were rebuffed, but they still reached their target. I think this is when the seed of corruption was planted in the stone. It wouldn't have grown on its own, but the Skari himself has now come to take advantage of this weakness, to open the abscess that has been festering for years, unnoticed by the people of Canabras. And when the demon lord struck the blow, the weakened stone gave in. Now it's in demon hands, and nothing is stopping them from spreading the blight through the entire stone, and from it to the other stones along the whole perimeter of the world wound. Why'd you travel to the wardstones? I tried to see their stories. The visions I had when I touched the wardstones were unclear. I saw hundreds, maybe thousands of different stories at the same time. They followed each other like flashes of lightning. It was impossible to separate them. I couldn't understand where one of them ended and the next began. I've heard you, storyteller. In that case, you must make every possible effort to destroy the corruption. Unfortunately, I don't know where to get an instrument powerful enough to banish it from the wardstone. As far as I know, there's nothing like it in Canabras, but the demons might have something. I heard the dying roar of Tyrandalev, the Silver Dragon, the protector of the city. At the same time, I felt a wave of unfamiliar powers sweep over me from head to toe. I would advise you to go to where Tyrandalev perished and search there for something. I'm sorry I can't be more specific, but intuition and a strange sense of rightness tell me to point you there. I found this in the square where Tarendula perished. What do you make of it? The storyteller reaches out and says softly, "Even from here I can feel strange energies emanating from this object. If you don't mind, I will examine it, using my method. I will try to see the past of its owner, their emotions, and the shreds of their memories. Maybe it'll help us better understand what we are dealing with." The storyteller touches the knife, his fingers clamping around the hilt with a hungry, masterful grip. His face contorts into an evil grimace, his voice disgustingly raspy. "Hunger. My many legs bring me into the lair, to my mother's feasting hall. Her swollen body overfills with food is so huge that I have to look at it with all of my eyes at once. On top is her scrawny little head, with a long beak that is always yearning for more food." You feel feverish, and your chest, where the mysterious wound is concealed, feels hot. Your mind is flooded with a wave of visions that repeat the words of the old elf. Mother greets me with a placid screech. Stupid, greedy wretch, whose only achievement is my birth. A creeping, wingless creature. It's your fault I have no wings. A symbol of greatness, a birthright I should have received from my mighty father. Mother points me to a crowd of whimpering subjects, suggesting I fortify myself with their pathetic flesh. Not today. I summon my spawn and they fly to me, enveloping me in a teeming cloud. Like dark buzzing wings, they unfold behind my back and lift me up. Mother has always been stronger, but she did not expect this. I dive on her and rip her limp, bloated body with my claws. Ichor splatters the bone spurs on my heels, sink into her flesh. I clench her pitiful head and tear it off along with the shreds of meat. Victory! I am the strongest. I am the son of my winged father. The elf grimaces with distaste. His voice becomes normal again. Appalling. Stories like that are the most difficult ones to keep with me. Did the knife belong to a demon? The storyteller opens his mouth to answer, but a sudden spasm crosses his face. A new vision, a much stronger one, engulfs the old elf. The malevolent undertones vanish from his voice as it grows more determined and tired. Even looking at the ward stone is difficult. Despite the corruption nesting in it, it still has an aura of strength. Your fingers clench the stone hilt so tight it hurts. A little spot on the flawless surface of the ward stone draws your attention. It looks like a butterfly. Corruption in the guise of something utterly harmless. But it will grow. You swing and stab the butterfly with the knife as hard as you can. Your fingers cramp painfully. A howl invades your ears. Light, white light everywhere. The stone knife falls from the old elf's hand. Out of breath, he drops to his knees. He is trembling, the terror on his face so unlike his usual dignified manner. What was that? That was not the past. That was something that has yet to happen. Or rather, might happen. One of the roads to the future. In one of the possible futures, this item will help you to cleanse the ward stone, or to destroy it. You feel a longing to take the stone chisel and plunge it into your chest, right into the wound that has opened up in it. It is hard to resist this feeling, but at that last moment, your self-preservation instincts take over, and you manage to keep control of your own hands. The old man stands up. He looks completely stunned. Never before has anything like this happened to me. But how? I'm not an oracle or a prophet? Or is this another riddle from the past that's caught up with me? I must find out. Seeing stories that have happened is one thing, but seeing stories that are yet to happen. I don't know why this is happening now, but there's one thing I'm sure of. This is not a coincidence. This is a sign of coming changes, great changes. I shared your vision, and this knife tempted me. Did you see what I saw? This has never happened before either. Could it be the magic of the object that you brought me? I sense dark energies in it that can cloud and charm the mind. Be careful with this item. It may have tried to influence you, but you managed to overcome its power and subdue it. Or perhaps something else happened to us, something we don't yet understand. Can you see the future? I don't know. Obviously I can, but nothing like this has ever happened to me before. The future never opened its secrets to me before I met you. Gods, who are you, and why have our paths crossed? I feel this is not a coincidence. Something momentous is happening. Destiny is pushing us towards something, but what? Questions without answers. I swear, this morning I couldn't have imagined what awaited me. Maybe it's the knife that gives you the power of divination. This knife is a powerful artifact, but I feel that its power is of a different nature. No, I felt the same as I do when I tell the past. This is my gift, but manifested in a completely abnormal way. Is what you saw destined to happen? No. The future is not set. It used to be, a long time ago when the god Eridan guarded Galarian, but not now. Prophecies do not come true, or they do, but not the way they were supposed to. I only saw one version of the future, one of the paths leading to it, but the choice has not been made, and your destinies are not set in stone. Who were you in your vision? I don't know. Someone strong and desperate enough to resort to extreme measures. I felt that what I was doing had to be done. Your powers are amazing. A few minutes ago I would have agreed with you, but the thing that just happened, it disturbs me. My gift has never manifested like this. Something has changed, and these changes frighten me. Remind me, why is it so important? Yeah, we've read that one. Okay. Please examine the items I'm carrying. Let me touch them, and I'll tell you what I can see. The old elf carefully takes Yanyo's sword, Radiance. Powerful forces lie dormant in this sword. It used to belong to an incredibly bright and daring soul. The storyteller's hands run carefully over the scale that has still not lost its shine. Proud Tyrendiliv, protector of Canabras, you devoted your life to serving people. Your death is a great loss, but maybe we'll be able to find out something about you that is unknown to your many admirers. He touches Finian. What a peculiar weapon. I sense intelligence in it, but it seems dented. Grandpa Elf, watch where you're poking your fingers. It tickles. The storyteller fiddles with a fragment of a gold buckle. An old thing, created long ago by divine will, but the power that gave birth to it is lost in darkness. However, the relic still lives on, though it has changed. I wonder what secret it is hiding. Would you like to know? Bring me 5 vials of magic essence, and I will revive this object, and with it, its story. Shall we? Tell me about the previous owner of the stone knife again. Okay, yeah, this is all we've done before. Tell me again about the future. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Present Radiance. What do you see in its past? The storyteller touches the blade with his finger. Sadness rings in his voice. Dresden is doomed. Demons attacked right when we lost the protection of the Sword of Valor. My city, my bastion of hope. We built you as a symbol that the lands mutilated by the Abyss could still be restored to mortals. Now you are perishing, and there is nothing I can do. We retreat. No, we flee. A frightened crowd rushes out into the night through the southern gate. They are chased by the angry howls of demons, killing the last defenders of the citadel. My heart goes out to them, but I'm standing still on the wall. I am covering the retreat. Demons do not attack. They seethe around you, fall from the sky, strike from all sides at once. They can't be stopped, but they can be distracted. I run to the upper floor of the gate tower. Radiance glows with a golden light in my hand. I permit myself to close my eyes for just one heartbeat. I imagine that the soft glimmering of the sword I see through my closed eyelids is the light of the summer sun. I smile. I open my eyes and call out, "Hey, Discari's spawn! Who wants the best trophy of the night? You know my name, Yaniel. You know how many of you I have killed with this very hand. You want to curry favor with Darazand, Monago, or the echo of your lord? Bring them my head, if you can. Roaring and screaming, they rushed toward me in a wave of deformed bodies and unfurled wings. The wave crashes against me, spattering my armor with bloody froth. Broken wings and chopped up bodies plummet to the floor of the tower. In the heat of battle, I see Yoren's pale face down there. He looks up at me in desperation, but he can't help. He's carrying 2 wounded on his shoulders. My city will fall, but my friends will survive. This is what I'm fighting for. I'm covering the retreat. Friend of Yaniel, celebrated hero of the crusade, yeah? The flow of fleeing people gradually dwindles. My armor is broken in many places, and I cannot heal my wounds anymore. The last demon I stabbed radiant suddenly recoils, tearing the handle out of my blood-slickened hand. He flies up, but falls somewhere far behind the walls, by the road, being taken by some fleeing. No more golden glow in my hand. The night closes in on me, filled with shrieking, mocking demon laughter. Drazyn, I'm dying with you. Light of the sword, righteous Iomedae, accept my soul. The storyteller runs his hands along the blade with a sad smile. I know whose memory this is. I have heard about her so many times. Yaniel was a true crusader. Touching her memories is so cleansing. Do you see the future of this sword? Just one of the numerous possibilities. The blind elf touches the sword hilt, and metal rings in his voice. I slide out of the sheath. Swiftly, I proudly watch the army of warriors led by my lord. I sing, slashing the air, putting courage in our hearts. I am radiance, tremble, city of Drazyn. My lady Yaniel has perished, but I am not done yet. Charge. The storyteller returns the sword to you. It is nice to know that the sword's glory days are not over. It has many battles ahead. Take care of it. It is a glorious sword. Tell me about Terendelev. The storyteller takes a deep breath and smiles. I am flying. I can finally spread my wings. I am gliding over a broad river. The sunset has turned its surface smooth like a mirror, and I see my reflection. It is as if another silver dragon is rising to meet me from the depths. But what is it? The scales on my chest are black, and the darkness is spreading over my body. I wake up. A clear sky sways above me, blazing with heat. I am in a human form. The red dust of the wound clings to my cracked lips. Someone is carrying me on a stretcher, made of shields and spears. I am so weak I can barely lift my hand to my face. The sight of my own hand terrifies me. It is black and the skin glistens like scales melted by fire. I probably ought to cry, but I only feel hatred and nausea. All these people around me. Out of sympathy for them did I choose to leave the mountains. I gave up my flights over the rivers. I went to the demons' lairs. They don't have a scratch on them, but I am infected with foulness. It is not fair. My life is more precious than their pathetic existence. Oh, how I hate them in this moment. And then I suddenly feel shame. No, these are not my thoughts. The Crusaders carrying me are my good friends. I am glad they did not suffer, but I hate them and myself so much. Pain and hatred pierce me all at once. It's all because of them. All because of them. Someone walking beside me touches me, talks to me, but the only thing I hear is, your mentor will come. He will help. And I lose consciousness. The storyteller takes a deep breath, exiting the vision. Such hatred. From Terendelev? Wasn't she on our side? Terendelev has come a long way. Her unit was ambushed by demons once, and she was infected with foulness. The Terendelev you met in Canabris has gone through many trials and regained her former purity. What happened next? The storyteller puts his hand to his forehead. Sometimes the past can be as vague as the future. We all know how Terendelev's stories end, but the beginning is hidden from us. Maybe if you found something else that used to belong to her, we will know more about her struggle. However, no matter what we learn, remember, her soul, the soul of a true dragon, overcame every obstacle, endured every torment. She was able to purify herself. For dragons are truly powerful, not only in body, but in spirit too. Show Finian. Tell me what you see. Hello, Grandpa Elf. The storyteller carefully takes Finian from your hands. Hello, Finian. He closes his eyes and takes a deep breath. His face contorts into a painful grimace. I'm coming to again. How long have I been here? They keep me in a cage for 3 days. I know this because 3 times the light on the door disappeared for a long time. Then they chained me to the table, and the bladesmith, everyone calls him Bladesmith, he placed a device with a jar over me. It feels like I'm being fried. At first I tried to break free, but I got tired. Then I screamed, but now I've lost my voice. Though the pain is burning right through me. The storyteller stops, his voice changes, becoming more frightened. I think I lost consciousness again. But when I woke up, the pain was gone. I wasn't tied to the table anymore. I was standing near it, and something else was lying on the table. A burned corpse covered with a black crust. The master took a handsaw and was sawing off his head in a very focused way. I should have run back then, but I couldn't for some reason. This burned corpse had a symbol on his belt, just like I do. An eye and a star. My favorite belt. A good one. Where would a stranger get one? It must have been someone from my clan. Some distant family member. The storyteller stops. When he speaks again, you hear only a muffled whisper. Those crusaders, I was glad when I saw them. I thought they'd come to help, but how? How was it that I killed them all? Someone told me to, and I obeyed. I don't understand. I understand nothing now. I need to catch my breath. I need all this to stop. Even just for a minute, I just have to understand what's happening to me. Just need to rest. The storyteller shakes his head, slowly coming to his senses. That is the past. What awaits him in the future? The dead have no future, but the storyteller smiles. I see an endless ocean on a good day in a boat, flying over the waves. I'm so excited, but I don't know whose vision this is. Is this a soul existing here and now, or a soul reborn? Thank you. The storyteller gives Finian back to you. Please take care of this young lad. He is finally in the right hands. Do not worsen his suffering by involving him in dishonorable deeds. Yeah, about that. Come on, Grandpa Elf, I can take care of myself. I'm not a kid. I don't know what horrors you were talking about, but don't you worry about it, alright? Look after yourself. More important things, can I help you? The storyteller nods gratefully. I appreciate your offer. I have reason to believe that somewhere in Kenabres there is a manuscript authored by an elf from Kyonin who witnessed Earthfall. The storyteller's voice suddenly breaks, and he stops for a moment. For a personal reason, I would like to examine it, but no matter how hard I try, I have failed to find it. Even in the Blackwing Library, I only found mention that the manuscript exists and is held somewhere in the city. I assume it is stored at the Grey Garrison. They wouldn't let me into the archives when I visited. All those crusaders were nervous about the strange blind elf interested in their secrets. It's understandable. The crusade naturally made them a little paranoid. But now the Grey Garrison has fallen into enemy hands. I would be grateful if I could see the manuscript. Tell me more about you. Oh my goodness. The old elf permits himself a faint smile. I am not surprised. A strange, peculiar-looking elf with unusual powers who comes from afar and calls himself a collector of stories. Such things usually spark some interest. I will answer your questions. Who are you and where are you from? Before, I would have said that I was a blacksmith from Kyonin, who lost his sight, and then found his true calling in a new craft, that of a story collector. But I have lately begun to suspect that those words are no more than a lie. The old elf chuckles sadly. It is quite the irony. I never thought I'd have cause to complain about my memory. It holds the stories of the entire world, but I've noticed more and more alarming signs recently. I encounter ancient stories and see myself in them. I don't remember those events, but stories cannot lie. So it means that my memory is lying, and I intend to get to the bottom of it. I'm looking for proof that my visions are true, and for the reason why my past has been hidden from me. You look ancient. I thought elves don't get old. The blind man straightens his bony back with dignity. As you can see, we do if we manage to live for many thousands of years. There may not be a single mortal in the world older than me. He sighs and continues with a sad smile. Anyway, it's not about time. It's about the stories I keep inside. There is so much suffering and sadness in the world, and in my stories too. I've lived every one of them. I've drunk this bitter experience and accepted it in my heart. It's hard, the weight of all this suffering on my shoulders, but I wouldn't trade my burden for any other. Where'd you get your strange powers? He shrugs. I've always got along well with things. I used to be a blacksmith, that I know for sure. I've always felt the essence of things, their spirit. For as long as I can remember, I have always been able to feel the traces of memories and feelings left on things by their former owners. I don't know where this gift comes from. Maybe having taken my sight, the gods granted me another sense. How do you see into the future? I cannot say. Such visions are new to me. My instinct has always worked toward the past, not the future. But some things change. Everything changes. So do I. Perhaps right now the stories that are yet to happen are more important than the ones that have happened already. Why'd you come to the World Rune? Searching for the truth about my real past has brought me here. I saw myself in others' stories. In them, I was called the Elf in the Tower. Now I am looking for this tower, my tower, everywhere. I've been to many places. I've visited islands and deserts, but I haven't found it. There are very few uncharted territories on my map. The World Rune is one of them. How do you collect stories? The same way a court philanderer collects his conquests. The way a healer has a personal cemetery of patients he failed to save. The way every person, including you, has a box of secrets. Most precious experiences deep down in their soul, that no one is allowed to touch. The world is not made of things or matter even. It is made of stories. They move from the past to the future, piercing our world at the point of here and now. They give meaning to everything. They are the meaning, and everything else is only the setting required for the stories to exist. There's nothing more real and alive than a story, and anything real and alive can die or be destroyed, distorted, forgotten. But as long as I carry these stories with me, they will not be lost. This is why I don't often share my stories. By sharing one with you, I give you the right to tell it to others, to distort and embellish it advertently or inadvertently. How can I be sure you will keep its original purity? Stories travel from one person to another. They change, become distorted, turn into told tales. This is why I keep my stories to myself. No more questions. A few more questions about our encounter in the Blackwing Library. Of course, I make no secret of why I came to the library. I was looking for something. What were you doing there? I was looking for a very old thing. Rumor has it, some ancient scroll or a book page about the times of Earthfall is held in Canabras. According to the legend, it describes the last day of the proud kingdom of Gionin, later abandoned by the elves fleeing Galarian. I have a vague hope that the events described in it will shed some light on my own past. Did you find what you were looking for? He shakes his head gloomily. Alas, no. But I found proof that the book I'm looking for is in Canabras, or at least part of it is. I see. I have to go. I wish you interesting adventures. Okay. So, let's go ahead and sleep. I think we have plenty of time. Now, I don't think we have like a time limit anymore. Boop. Can you do this? I think we're missing no scroll kit available. Yeah, we would need a scroll kit for that. Okay. So in you can use recommended number of rests. The amount of rest required calculated based on HP and ability damage only. Okay. 9 hours is fine. I was seeing if there's a way to, like...
My dear Nenio, did you know that the best folk remedy for snoring is a pillow pressed to the face of the snorer? Give it a try tonight if you hear anyone start to snore.
How very interesting. Thank you for the tip. The next person to snore will be subject to immediate experimental healing. This will be fascinating.
Huh. David, I hope you don't snore, buddy. That'd be funny. I was trying to see if there was a way to rest until you were fully healed kind of option. I don't know if the recommended rest does that or not. How are we doing on potions and things? Do we need to buy any of those? We don't have a lot. Do we have healing scrolls? No. So we don't have a lot of healing. Oh, but we have this one to cure light wounds. It's got 15 charges. We should be fine. We should be fine. Alright. So it's time to head back into the city. We've got some things to take care of. Yep, same party. Yeah, I think... I haven't yet decided if we're going to be switching up the party a lot. I think we might just pick a group, and that's the group. But I'm not sure who that is. I'm pretty sure these three are going to stay in it. Woljif might or might not. It really depends. Okay. So we can discuss the Great Garrison attack. We can go to the wine cellar. Got the lost bag there to still look at. Let's go ahead and head out here to the Silken Thread. We have a battle to do.
Can we retreat already?
Okay. Which one's first? This one? Attack him. Nice. Kill.
Cover me, all right?
Easy.
I will help.
Go ahead and mount up. Everybody here they should be. No. You should be there. And I'm pretty sure you guys should be switched. That's fine. Okay. Loot them. Take that, take that, take that, take that, take that. We good. Alright. Leave. Oh yeah, we've got all those, we need to go back to the, market square, too. Pick up everything we've left there. Hopefully it's all still there. I'm not sure if if it remains. Let's do this stuff first. Silken Thread. I don't remember what's here. I'm drawing a blank on this place. Some silver powder.
I found something.
Okay.
Something wrong?
You're gonna stealth around this and disarm it. I think there are enemies up here. I'm starting to remember. I remember this section vaguely. Although it looks like we're not seeing anybody.
Pretty good, aren't I?
I was just saying if we recently leveled. I couldn't remember if we leveled after the
You need me.
the thing.
Good.
None shall escape!
Get wrecked. Yeah, we should be quite powerful comparatively. Alright. We've seen them. Gonna move up. Move up. Move up. Darren, fire.
Out of my sight!
You missed. Shoot the sharpshooter. Got him.
I'll cut you wide open.
I don't know if we're gonna get there. Yeah, doesn't look like it. Looks like he will get a chance, unless... Nice. Gotta remember I can do that. He does have ranged attacks.
Move out.
That was good. I'm proud of that. Alright. No whole lot of nada. Take that. Take that. Alright. Got a stranger here. Another one of these guys. The absence of an answer is an answer too.
This is my kind of work.
Head on.
Alright. Go into the silken thread. First aid kit. Okay. Hey, how you guys doing? Doing alright? Get destroyed. Hey, what are you doing back there? Curvil the sparkling fist. Come on in here. Oh, there's somebody else here too.
I will see to your demise.
The spirits demand your blood!
Spirits demanding blood. Get in there.
Let's hear you cry.
Can you charge him? Yep.
The Inheritor, guide my blade.
No match for me.
Nice. Oh, I didn't see that guy.
You are today's sacrifice.
Today's sacrifice. Dead.
Stab you or dab you?
And dead.
Why not both?
Nice. So the Sparkling Fist guy, he was worth 138 XP. It's not bad. And he's got Lesser Kinetic Diadem and Unbending Armor. So it's a book. What does Unbending Armor do? I can wear this. This +1 studded leather armor against DR3 piercing. What does this one do? Concentration checks. I kind of want you to wear that. Yeah. I know you got the arcane spell failure chance here of 15 though. Maybe not. Maybe better for you. No. We'll hold on to it. What was the other thing? Oh yeah, we got the Storyteller's Ring too. +1 bonus on saving throws against fire-based attacks. You can have this. Diadem, this is for Kineticist, right? Which we have one. I forgot about that. Dealt by Kineticist simple energy blast 1d6 and physical blast by 1d6 +1. So when I look at your blast attack, which I don't think we can see in here. Yeah, I don't think it tells me. I don't know. You're gonna put this on though. Oh wow. Put your hood back on, please. Oh no. Yeah, just keep your default equipment on. Nah, it's fine. Show off that mohawk, girl. What's this? Some demon stuff. Alright. That didn't like... Yeah, no, it doesn't calculate the blast damage anywhere, but... Alright, anything in here?
You follow.
Nope. Alright. That one's done. Nice and easy. Let's get out of here. We go to like the furthest exit. Yeah, we'll pick everything up. Okay. Let's go to the Dead Duelist. Take that stuff. And now to the Tower of Estrad. Purge the demons from the Tower of Estrad. Canabras burns. The city that should never have fallen. Fate shows no mercy. Darkness and malevolent rage hide behind many masks, but I see them for what they are. I see them in you. I hear the echo of menacing footsteps. I feel the heat of ancient cursed rage. Old enemy, you will not escape so easily. Servants of the Abyss, you entered the House of Memory with evil in your souls. Soon you will be but a memory.
You can handle them, right?
Hey guys. I'm pretty sure that this would not be happening if I had just come straight here.
Into the fray!
Oh, but Yaniel died easily. Huh. Canabras burns, the city that should never fall. Yeah. Here we stand and will not take a step back. The hand of the inheritor, Herald of Iomedae, is depicted placing the first wardstone among the fortifications of Canabras. Among the cloudy colossi, in this picture the two angels, Targona and Lariel, are chasing and fighting a deadly Vrolikai demon in the air, several miles above the world wound. More details in the museum almanac. The translucent winged female warrior recoils from you with a look of fury on her beautiful face. You brought us back to waking. What do you want, foe? Who are you? Not who, what? Memories. This place was created as a cradle of memory and fantasy. The things that belong to the city's heroes were kept here. People used to come to this place to remember those heroes. And myself and others are living memories. You woke us, so here we are. I used to come here when the mood took me. The exhibits here are meager, no doubt, and cannot compete with museums in the capital. But all the same, I find this place to be a calming refuge away from the bustling city. Really? Well, all these exhibits leave me cold. Dusty glass cases. Soporific history. But I probably would have given them more of a chance had I known that I could meet people from our circle here. Oh no, my dear Camellia. People like you and I come to these places only very rarely. This museum was my refuge away from the society of such people. And it's an excellent spot for a nap. I thought it was only my kin who arranged stupid displays like this. Heroes' relics? Ridiculous. Who needs the scrap metal left behind by people dumb enough to get themselves killed? Who wants to admire their collection of failures and defeats? So your memories? Of who? Of the heroes the city wished to immortalize. Go, touch a memory. See how they remembered us. After all, this place was created so that our names would never disappear into the mists of history. I wish I could say that we have not dishonored your memory, but Canabras lies in ruin, and But you fearlessly battled the invaders. You had no thought for yourself. You have earned no censure. We are proud of you. Right. In the olden days, mortal kind lost to the demons time after time after time. And now the descendants are continuing their losing streak. How could they not be proud of that? Why'd you attack me? Because you are darkness. The abyss lives within you, and you gladly submit to it. I can sense that you recently allowed your bloodlust to blind you in order to stand against a powerful demon. This confrontation took place very close by, somewhere deep below the city, but the echo of your deeds has reverberated much further. The world takes note of all doings, deeds, and even thoughts, noble and dark alike. Okay. I don't know what you are, but you frighten me, and I am a memory of someone who spent centuries fearlessly fighting in the hordes of the abyss. You fought for centuries, and you lost for centuries. Maybe the world needed someone stronger than you to get the job done. The hordes of the abyss have battled each other since the dawn of time, but the triumph of one monster over another offers no reprieve to mortal kind. No matter who emerges victorious from that battle, they will inevitably turn their weapon on us. Yeah, we're not gonna lash out against an illusion. Farewell. The power that gives us the semblance of life is running out, and soon we will once again be memories, living only in words, pictures, and songs. Later. Seat of Grief. A view of the infamous Heaven's Edge estate. This is the place where most of the Mendevian aristocratic society at once fell prey to a supernatural plague unleashed by the demons. Hey, you were there, Darren. In case you forgot. Up, a missing one. A World Long Gone. A thematic collection of various artists' works on everyday life in Sarkoris before the opening of the World Boon. More details in the Museum Almanac. Alright, let's go over here. Crusader Queen. A copy of the famous embossed bas-relief, originally created by Master Derek Sunhammer. Young Queen Galfrey is portrayed personally leading her crusaders into battle on the 1st of Abadius, 4624, during the First Crusade. Darkness and Malevolent Rage, yeah. Farewell to Sarkoris. Iliandra, the legendary priestess of Pelura, watches the city of Iz crumble into the freshly opened world wound. More details in Museum Almanac. Yaniel by a fountain. The picture was presumably painted from life over the summer of 4637, 1 year before Yaniel's heroic death during the Battle of Dresden. More details in Almanac. Just wanted to see the portrait there. Yeah, that's the portrait they used for her, like her actual character portrait. It's interesting. None will escape my all-seeing eye. Inquisitor Holren fights a shadow demon that he exorcised from his soldier's body. Neato. Okay. Looking at the time, I don't think we have the time to do all of the Tower of Estrad. So I think we're gonna end the episode here. In the next episode, we'll do this one. We'll go to the wine cellar. We'll pick up all our stuff in the... I guess we need to re-explore the town square too. That should have changed. Yeah. Ugh, excuse me. So we'll do all that. And until then, I hope you all have a wonderful day. And I'll catch you later.